Hello everyone, welcome back. So today in this video we are going to create a very basic wall destruction. So let's get started. So for that we will go and take a geo node and then name it rigid. Okay. The next geo we will take for the geometry to collide, and that will be the box. And third thing we'll take dot network. So these three main folders we have to take. So let's start with the first one. So we are going to create the wall here. Despite of taking rigid, we will take it wall. That is much better, I think. Yeah, that is wall. Okay, so we'll get into this one and then we'll take a box. I always want this wall to be on the surface, to be on the grid. So for that I will go here and copy parameter, and in the center paste relative references divided by 2. So in that manner this will always be on the top, right? The value of the sizes is zero point 0.3 for z-axis, 2 for y-axis, and 6 for z-axis. Okay, not 6, keep it 4. Okay. And now this time we will take not the polygon, but we'll take polygon mesh, and we will take number of divisions to be 100, 100 and 100. And then we'll go and take a grid, and the size of the grid will be 6 and 2. So click on the display flag of the grid and template this one. Okay, so number of divisions of the grid will be 100 by 100. Okay, fine. So then take a mountain SOP, and change the height value to be 0.3, and element size will be zero point 0.4. Right. Okay. So then take a transform node to take the grid a little up, and then we'll take it to zero point 0.5 or maybe 0.6. Right. Later on we can change that. Okay. And now we will take a Boolean. We'll take Boolean Shatter. And connect this box to input 1 and this transform to input 2. This is A and this is B. And then we'll click on the display flag. Okay. And then we'll go and separate these two parts. We'll go and separate these two parts, and for that I will take two blasts. So I will take a blast, I will take blast and then okay. So now this Boolean doesn't create groups so that you can separate them out. And for that we will have to do something. Here we will go in the Shatter and that is fine. Here we will come and take these all are primitive groups. So we will take A, B pieces. No, A only pieces. That will be enough. Okay, so A pieces group will be created here, and then we can choose that one in the blast. A pieces. Okay, so now a proper cut is created here, and then we will duplicate it, name it lower, and this will be upper. So we'll go here and then we'll take delete non-selected. Okay, so here we have upper one and here we have lower one. So I want this part of the wall to be static, and here I want to do this by this method. There are so many methods of doing it. So we'll take a null. We'll take a null and then name it out static. So this part is done. Now we'll go to other part, the upper one, and now we have to create a number of things here. Okay, so now for that what we will do, I want to do this one maybe using some other way of doing it. So for that I will take add node. Okay, so normally we use a scatter and then along with some maybe BLACKBOX and maybe some paint method and so many other ways are there, and they are really cool ways, but I want to do it maybe with some other method. So I will take add, and because this is a basic series and here I want to introduce as many nodes as possible. Okay, so we will take one add and template this one, and then I'll come to add. Okay, and click here to take one point. This is the point. Press D, go to geometry and increase the point size. Check it out. So increase the point size. So here is the point. So we will take 3 points here. So first I'll show you the first one, then we'll take the copy of it. So this point is here, and then I will take one more node, that is point replicate. Okay, so this will create a cloud around the point, and this is point replicate. Okay, so first point, I will take the first point to maybe height 1, and then this cell will be 1.6 or something at the corner, and this will be 0, maybe minus 1.4, like this. Okay, so here come in the point replicate, and then I'll come here in the shape and I will take the box as the size. Okay, and I'll go to noise. Maybe in this one we will not take this, and let it be 100, and that's fine. And then I will duplicate this 2 times. I will go to second point, and then I will take this as 0, and this will be 1.2, like this here. I will go to point replicate. I will go to point replicate, and then First I will come here in this one, and I'll change the shape of the box a little, like Z 2.2, like this. So I will come to this one, point replicate, and go in the shape. Click here, go in the shape, and then I'll go to like a different kind of thing. Okay, so we'll go to shape and then change it to circle. Alright, alright, and then take the quantity to be 1000. Fine. And then we'll go to other one, pointer applicate. Take the quantity to be 100, go to the shape, and change this value to be 1.2 or 1.2, 1.4. Okay. And then go to polygon, sorry, go to shape and change the grid of Z to 0.2 or 0.1, and here also 0.1. We can change all these things here also, but I want to introduce one node here, and that is why I'm doing it. So now connect all these three, press Alt, select all of them, press Alt, and then drag it here. It will create merge node itself. So now we have these three values here. These three values here. And now I'll take one more node that is called point jitter. This will give some randomness to the points, like this. So I'll scale down to 0.5. Okay. Right. So now I'll take a Voronoi fracture. Voronoi fracture, keep this upper part here. And this is here. And I'll connect this one to the first input and the point one to the second input. Let the whole thing cook. It will take some time because point number is higher. Right. Go to Voronoi and click here for the display. And now here we have density more, and here is less, and here is the same. We can change the values according to the need, but for now that's okay. Okay, so here we can create without using point warp. Okay, so this is there, and now we will change that. Right now we have 81,000 points here, so we will assemble it. Okay, and change it to primitive, back to primitive. Actually, we have to change everything to the back primitive here and change the static one also. Otherwise, we'll have to come back again. Right? Okay, so we have this thing, and now we will change it to, maybe we'll take a null and name it out wall. Out wall. Hmm. Okay. So uh, okay, so next we have to create some object to hit this, to change, which can collide with the wall and destroy that. So for here we will take a box. We will take a box and make the scaling point 7. Take one transform node and take the transform y to be 1.5, z minus 5. Okay, we will give some rotation value also, 45 and 45. Add a symbol and change it to packed geometry. Null, and then take out box. We'll have to do one more thing. We will also change the name of this one to box. Okay, so that the names are changed. Okay, so that is, now we have to get into .NET. So now we have this static wall, packed primitive, and then active wall. So now go to this one. So here we have to call all the active geometries. Okay, so what we'll be needing, that is RBD packed object, alt, and then take one RBD static, sorry, RBD object, and this will be lower wall, this will be static, no, sorry, press U, this will be box, and this will be wall upper, and this will be wall lower. Okay, or this will be wall active, and this will be wall static. Okay, and then we'll take one merge, select all of them and connect them. Okay, now we'll take bullet solver and we'll take a gravity, and we'll take a ground plane, and then we'll take merge to connect it with. Okay. So now we'll connect this gravity to the output, and then this bullet solver to gravity, and then we'll go here, and then we'll connect it with the ground. Okay, and then connect it with the merge. Right, now we have to call the objects. Okay, so we'll go in the wall active and click on this button, and then we'll go in the wall and click here out wall. Go here, and that will be static wall, that is static, and here the box, here the box. Right. Okay, so now we have this whole setup. Hmm. So we'll go back, and now we'll have to switch these two things out because we have got everything here in the .NET. Plate, and now the wall will crumble, and the box will go down, right? But only the active wall will crumble, not the static one. Static wall one will remain same. That is what I wanted. Okay, I wanted this part of the wall to be static and, you know, glued to the plane, to the grid, and only the upper wall to be destroyed. Okay, so now we have to achieve two things. One, this cube, this box should hit the wall, and then after hitting the wall, then wall should crumble down. Okay, not before that. So for that, what we'll have to do, we have to glue these pieces together. These are refined pieces. They should be glued together. And for that, I will go to the wall, and then I'll create connect adjacent pieces. I will take connect adjacent pieces. I will take. Okay, that's cool. And now I will create some attributes. So attribute create, and then I will create two attributes here so that it can work very well. I'll come here, and then connect create two attributes, and the first one will be name attribute. Okay, name attribute. So what this is given, invalid attribute specification, attribute name either not used or unrecognized. Okay, so maybe name attribute is not coming from there. Okay, this is the name, and this is not going out of it. So what we have to do, we have to go in the transfer attribute and click here. Yeah, fine. Now that's not there anymore. Okay, so in the attribute create, we will take the constraint 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 name, constraint name. Okay, so I'll go to this adjacent pieces, and I'll keep this value to 0.5. Okay, this is constraint. Okay, through these constraint that will be glue constraint, these pieces will be glued together, and max connections will be 8. Okay, or 5. Okay, fine. Okay, so the first attribute will be constraint name, so we have to give the name of the attribute. of the constraint. So the class will be primitive because these pieces are glued together. So that is the class. Okay, and type will be string because we have to give the name, that is glue. Okay, so we will take one more attribute here, and that will be this constraint type. Constraint type. Okay, constraint type. Okay, so that will again be primitive and that will be string. Okay, so I'll give this all. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, and then I'll take a null and then name it out constraint. Sorry, so out constraint. Okay, so here I'll go in the top node and then I will take one node, that is constraint network, and through this network we will connect all the pieces together. So here I will call that, and then this is looking for some another input here, and that input is constraint to create, and then that will be glue constraint. So that will be glue constraint relationship. We'll take this one and then connect this here. We'll go to glue relationship and then we'll go in the data name, and here we will give the name whichever name we have created here. This one, this one. That is constraint name, and the name we have given is glue. Okay, all small letters. So we'll come here and go here, and in the data name we will give glue. Okay, so fine. Check it out once again. Let's make the display black. That's fine. Okay, so and reduce the number of frames. 60 will be enough. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so it's still doing the same thing. Hmm? It is still doing the same thing. So we'll have to go here and okay, sorry. We have to call the constraint also. Hmm. Sorry. That will be obj, and close this one, and then we'll go in the wall. Yeah, we'll go in the wall, and that will be out constraint. Excuse me. Okay, got it. And then start again. Okay, we'll have to give some velocity, either animate it or give some velocities. So this time I'll give some initial velocity towards z-axis. So this is the box, and we'll go here in the initial state and give 20. Check. Oh, okay. So that velocity is also maybe working on this one, this wall. Hmm. Where is the name? You have changed the name also. Okay. Why, why? Okay. So uh, what we have to do? Hmm. Box. No, 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 no. This is wrong. Here, uh, wall static is this one. No, this is wrong. Okay. So I will take the same thing, packed object, and then I'll take this here only. I'll take this here only. Static. So create a static object, and then we'll call it. Do it again. Yeah. So now we'll reduce the strength of the glue. We'll go here in the glue relationship and decrease the strength. So we'll increase the speed. We'll go to box, increase it to 30. Or maybe we can do one more thing. We can increase the propagation iteration to 2. Okay. So in that manner, the impact will be, propagate towards the other part of the wall. Maybe this will be much better, I think. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Yeah. So, okay, fine. So the strength will be 1000. We in this tutorial, I'm not using clustering. Maybe in some other video, I'll come up with that one separately. But in this video, maybe I wanted to introduce a few more nodes along with the old ones. So So I'll switch off this guide geometry. Okay, this guide geometry, so that we won't be able to see this, and now it's fine. Okay, so just have a look. Finally, this is what we have created today. I hope you like the tutorial. Thank you very much.